It is a great pleasure to have you all here today. I'm today's host, Cherry, from NYCU-Formosa. Today, we have a special guest from CSMU, and we warmly welcome everyone to join us. Today, we are going to have a deep discussion about the production of bioremediation with the iGEM CSMU team. Now, let's give a warm welcome to the CSMU team and start our fascinating discussion on the production of bioremediation today. So, the first question is, can you briefly provide a description of your team's project for this year?
We discovered that the textile industry has been wasting tons of water every year. So we came up with an eco-friendly way to purify the wastewater.
The second question is, how did your team come up with the idea for this project?
Okay, so first of all, we wanted to solve the problem of microplastic. So we came up with how the method of upcycling, like how plastic bottles can turn into cloth. But then when we really take a closer look of how the current method is going on, we found out that it's really hard to achieve by using biosynthetic waste to meet the goal. So then we narrowed down our problem and our project, and we want to dig into the textile industry to know what's really happened and what problem we can solve. So now our project focuses on decolorization.
The third question is, what is bioremediation, and what are its advantages compared to traditional environmental remediation methods?
Bioremediation is to use bacteria or fungi to remove toxic substance. Compared with traditional methods, it may not need to use too many human resource and only needs to cultivate the developed product.
The fourth question is, can you provide some examples of bioremediation cases?
Okay, so a common example is that it allows contaminants in the soil to be removed. And take an example, in 1974, there's a guy called Richard Raymond found a type of accelerate in situ bioremediation to treat polluted groundwater. The process he found can introduce nutrients and electron acceptors to a contaminated site.
The fifth question is, how does your team intend to apply synthetic biology to the concept of environmental remediation? And have you encountered any challenges?
So we wanted to synthesize bacteria and decolor genes together to break down the dyes in wastewater. Firstly, our bacteria can only break down a few kinds of dyes, which is somehow limited. And secondly, comparing to the biggest challenge is that we have to compete with all the existing methods. And there's actually still a long way to go if we want to solve the problem of wastewater in textile industry.
The final question is, what is your team's vision for the project and its future outcomes? And what influence do you aspire to have on the world?
As we mentioned, we wanted to break down different kinds of dye, comparing to the current method. We hope that through this way, we could improve the efficiency and make bioremediation better.
Okay, thanks. In today's episode, we delve into the fascinating project of Team CSMU and the production of bioremediation. From their project, we see the passion of scientists and innovators who are only working diligently in the lab but also serving in society to address global issues. Let's continue to follow the efforts of these young scientists and look forward to their future achievements. Thanks to Team CSMU, and thank you for tuning into our podcast. See you next time.